Hey guys, I'm back! Wow, this is a quicker video than usual, I guess. So right now we are in week 2 of the NASCAR regular season. Well, week 3 of the actual season. I guess it's technically week 2 if you count the Clash and the 500 on the same week, since it was run on a Tuesday this year. So, well, by the time you guys actually see this video, we're probably going to be in week 3, because this video probably will not be uploaded till about Homestead or Homestead weekend. I gotta hurry up and get these videos probably filmed and done and edited. I should probably put edited before done and then get these done and uploaded beforehand. But see, I told you guys I would be back for another video. That would not be 2 years. So, let's talk about the favorites for the Daytona Road Course that was run on Sunday. Then we had Chase Elliott, probably Martin Truex Jr., I think Denny Hamlin was a favorite for a little bit. Actually, this race seemed like it was really going to be the Chase Elliott show, and if you go back to earlier with the Busch Clash, we got to see a number of guys take the lead. I saw Denny Hamlin in the lead, Truex had the lead for a bit, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney battled for the lead. So, going into the road course, I almost messed up on that one, wow. So going into the road course, you could probably expect those same names, but man did we get a crazy race. But before we get any further into this race, let's go down with me doing the starting lineup.
Thank you, me. Now, before we get into the starting lineup, let's talk about how they decided how it was ordered. 25% is based on the driver's finishing position from the previous race, 25% from the car owner's finishing position, 35% from the team owner's points ranking, and 15% of the fastest lap from the previous race. So when you take all of that, you get row 1 being Chase Elliott and the 500 winner Michael Mcdowell. In row 2, Austin Dillon, Denny Hamlin. Row 3, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Preece. Row 4, Corey LaJoie, Kyle Larson. Row 5, Ross Chastain and Bubba Wallace. That completes the top 10. And you can see the rest on the screen. Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, Cole Custer, Kyle Busch. Keselowski starting 15th. Truex is going to be 19th. Kurt Busch 17th. Chase Briscoe is going to be 18th starting this race. And then you got other guys behind, but we're not going to put that in this video. We only got the top 20, but William Byron's 22nd. DeBenedetto 32nd after a bad race in the 500. Alex Bowman is starting in the back as well. Alright, now, back up to you in the studio, me.
Now thank you, me, for that starting lineup. Guess what? I got notes. I got a notes page now. I'm not going to have those same breaks like I did in the last video. I'm trying to actually get this better. Okay, so I'm not just going to be reading off a starting lineup off the side of my screen like right here. There's nothing there this time. Because you guys just saw me do it a different way, okay? So, I'm trying to do things differently. Maybe it speeds up the editing process. Maybe it helps me get these videos out, and maybe it helps me get better, okay? I'm only going to get better the more times I do this, so if you don't like it, just stick with it for now. But I got a notes page here because last time, it was not my best work. Not my best work, and I had no notes page. So, we're going to try and fix that with a little paper here that's going to at least tell me what to do. So, as what was explained in the starting lineup just not that long ago, Michael McDowell is going to start on the outside of Chase Elliott. He's going to overdrive turn 1. And he'll go through the grass and he loses a lot of spots. Through all of that though, Kyle Busch is going to have significant damage. It looked like on the right side of his car, but I think he had damage all around. And his car was just extremely slow in stage 1. Or for the first opening laps. Lap 2, the next lap, Michael McDowell's going to lose his tire. He blows that tire, and the caution's out for debris. A little bit later in the stage 1, Brad Keselowski is going to lock up the tires. He ends up blowing the left front tire, missed the chicane. Not only was Brad just overdriving the corner and locking up everywhere, well, he spun later, but he seemed to be doing that everywhere this race. Brad Keselowski was locking up the tires, he was sliding, he spun out later. This was just a bad day for Brad Keselowski, and already starting off like a bad day for Michael McDowell and Kyle Busch. The Benedetto, when Keselowski misses a chicane, we're going to end up having a caution. Because the Benedetto, around that same time, he blows a right rear tire. That shreds the entire back right end of his car, just past the door. Man, his car was actually just demolished if you looked at it. I'm surprised he stayed in for as long as he actually did. He stayed in there for a long portion left in the race. It looked like he could have been done with that damage, but hey, he kept it going. So, while many guys come down pit road for that caution, Christopher Bell is going to stay out on older tires, and Chase Elliott, who seemed to be the dominant car in the first stage, he's going to pass Christopher Bell a little bit later into that run, and Chase Elliott goes on to win stage 1. Now, following Chase Elliott in stage 1, you would see Joey Logano finishing 2nd, Denny Hamlin finishing 3rd. These guys played a little bit of effects later into the race. There's a little too much that happened in this race. I don't even remember everything that happened because there was just too much. And again, you guys have probably already seen the full race by now. But stage 2. Stage 2, you have Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, Joey Logano, Christopher Bell. Hamlin's going to end up winning stage 2. AJ Allmendinger, who actually started near the rear of the field, or maybe at the rear of the field, is able to move up. He's gonna be able to drive up to a 9th place finish, or maybe an 8th place finish. He gets 10th. He gets the top 10 in this second stage. AJ Allmendinger was doing a really good job driving that race. Chase Elliott, who won stage 1, ends up finishing 6th in stage 2. Now we're going to go on to stage 3. I kind of had to skip through because there's a lot to talk about when it comes later. Got Kurt Busch is able to take the lead in stage 3. Christopher Bell is close behind him in 2nd, but he overdrives the small little left-hand corner on the inside on the road course of Daytona. He overdrives it, goes to the grass. He spins it. If he does not get his car slowed down, he comes straight across the field, wipes out Christopher Bell and everyone else that was following behind him. But he's able to get that car slowed down while going through the grass. Spins it. He lost the lead. And I'm still surprised he actually did not tear up that car. His car was bouncing, sliding. He did not tear it up when going through that grass, and that's a really good job by Kurt Busch. And actually, Kurt Busch seemed like he was having a bad day as well, especially with that incident. Skip a little bit further ahead. This is going to be in the last about 14, 16 laps. Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, it looks like the race is just going to come down to these two to battle it out. And actually, Christopher Bell was up there just about almost the entire day. Christopher Bell was doing a really good job in his second season now. And on a road course, and he's hanging up there with Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott's a really good road course driver, and you cannot take that away from him. But Christopher Bell seemed to be doing an amazing job. You have to talk about Christopher Bell when it comes to this race. Well, obviously, in the end, you have to talk about him. But those two, Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, they've already come down pit road, and the caution is going to come out for rain. Okay, we're on a road course. What's the rain for? Okay, well, if the track gets too wet for the dry equipment to handle it, if NASCAR deems it's unsafe, they call the caution. Teams have a chance to come down pit road and pit for rain tires. But now, on the cameras when you're watching on TV, it doesn't seem like the track is all that wet. And in fact, it seemed like everybody on the slick tires were still doing good. But the caution comes out, they come down pit road not that long later, and they pit for slick tires. They didn't even pit for, I don't even know if anybody pit for rain tires. You maybe had maybe two teams further in the back decided to pit for rain tires, but just about everybody pit for just normal slick tires. That kind of leaves a little bit of a questioning call by NASCAR. Was the track even that wet to begin with? If the teams were thinking, well, the track's not that wet, it's still dry, so they're gonna put back on slick tires. But they had just pit not that long earlier. I think it was kind of a waste of pit stop. They should have probably just stayed out at that point. But many teams end up pitting, and Joey Logano is going to stay out. Actually, a couple of smaller names are up there. I think you got to see Corey LaJoie end up being up there. You saw Josh Bilicki, I think, Cody Ware. A lot of those smaller teams are actually up there in about the top 8, top 10, because Christopher Bell, I think, was the one that won the race off pit road after Chase Elliott has a little bit of a slower pit stop. And so Christopher Bell's going to restart just outside the top 10. He was the first car, I think, off of pit roads, about 12th, maybe 11th. And this is where things get messy. Things got really messy here. Chase Elliott on the restart ends up going through the road course part of the track. He gets put 4 wide. He's knocked off the racetrack. He's driving that thing to the dirt. Somehow gets it back on the track. It looked like he was spinning that thing. There was no way Chase Elliott was saving that, and he did. He definitely deserves credit for not spinning it, saving the car. Was able to come back onto the track, but he lost a lot of spots doing that. And later during a caution, he ends up spinning Corey LaJoie on accident. In fact, not only were things just messy for Chase Elliott in the end, but Tyler Reddick's car, with about 12 laps to go now, maybe 11 to go, Tyler Reddick is going to end up, his car catches fire. He pulls over on the road course part of the racetrack, and the caution's out for there. Now, Christopher Bell, who originally restarted right after this caution for rain, who was originally about in the 12th position, he's able to drive up. I think he was in about the 6th position. He drove up inside the top 10. He was trying to make moves, trying to get back up there. Joey Logano was the leader, as he stayed out, and he was able to hang on to the lead for a little bit longer. Now, after that caution for Tyler Reddick, or was it Corey LaJoie, one of those two ended up getting turned earlier before the other one. Truex on the restart makes contact with his teammate Christopher Bell. That sends everybody wide. Truex goes for a spin. No caution did not come out. I don't think a caution even came out for that. In fact, later in the run, Kyle Larson tries to make a move on Kurt Busch. Yes, Kurt Busch, he spun earlier in the race. He's up there for second. Larson dives below him, overdrive, slide jobs through the corner, and into the tire barrier. Okay, well, no caution for that either. Actually, around that same time, a little bit later, Kyle Busch is going to end up hitting the wall. Kyle Busch had the bad day early on. Now he's going to have another bad day near the end of it. So, Kyle Busch is going to hit the outside wall. He's going to have significant damage there. We had about 3 cautions, I want to say, in the last just 12 laps. Things really got messy there. But, you know, that's set up for a big finish between Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, and Christopher Bell. If you guys keep seeing me look down, it's because I literally have this page of notes sitting right here below me. Keeping it off camera. I didn't know it was going to be off camera, but okay, enough about that. Don't get on me for this one, okay? Gonna see Joey Logano, who stayed out when that caution for rain. You had 3 more cautions, and Christopher Bell was trying to drive up there, makes contact with... I'm surprised his tires lasted the way they did. I would think they would be even more worn down. But you have Kurt Busch is up there. Logano's able to kind of get away from Kurt Busch, and Christopher Bell is having a tough time getting around Kurt. In fact, I think Kurt Busch makes contact with Christopher Bell, gives him a tire rub, and So really, right after all of that, Christopher Bell's tires should have been worn down tremendously, but somehow he's able to start reeling in Joey Logano. He's reeling him in little by little, gaining everything he can. You got old tires versus new tires. Well, maybe Logano's tires were not that old, because I think he pit during the green flag run, because he stayed out during that yellow. Now later, Christopher Bell, in about 2 laps to go, I think they're coming to the white flag. Christopher Bell goes up the racetrack. He goes down the racetrack. He's trying to find any way he can to get around Joey Logano. Christopher Bell's going to go for his first career win. If he wins this race, it makes it back-to-back first-time winners. And the last time this happened was way back in 1950, or I want to say it was 1950 the last time something like this happened. But Christopher Bell is able to get by Joey Logano. He pulls away, and he is able to hold on and win. Now, before you try and say Christopher Bell's win was luck, remember I did say he was up there with Chase Elliott for a lot this race. In fact, say goodbye to the notes page, because I do not think I need this note page. Actually, no, yes, I do need it for one more thing, because I just missed something. Chase Elliott was trying to get around Brad Keselowski, because Brad Keselowski was spinning the car all the time. He was locking up the brakes every corner. He was a little bit up there, top 10. Chase Elliott's trying to rally back after he went through the grass. He tries to cross over on Brad Keselowski as they enter the turn 1 on the oval part. So coming back onto the actual racetrack, Chase Elliott's trying to cross over Brad Keselowski. He comes down, gets turned by Denny Hamlin. I almost actually forgot about that, and now I don't need that paper anymore. And that did not go as far as I wanted. That did not go how I wanted. But yeah, that is what happened. A lot of talking in this. A lot of things happened. But now we gotta get ready for Homestead. But you know what? To close out this video, we're gonna take a look at the finishing order of the race. And you know what? Here's me with the finishing order. Back to you down there, me.
Well, thank you, me. I guess I'm going to take it off and finish it from here, unless you end up interrupting me up there in the booth. But finishing order for today's race. Christopher Bell, talked about, got the win. Joey Logano takes second. Denny Hamlin third. Kurt Busch fourth. Brad Keselowski, that is your top 5. I'm going to point out AJ Allmendinger finishing 7th. He started 34th in the race. Alex Bowman's going to rally from 36th, and he's going to finish 10th. Once again, I only got the top 20 on here. Actually, 21st, you guys can't see this, but 21st was Chase Elliott after he went for a spin. Martin Truex Jr. got 12th. Now, I would show off the point standings, but after 2 crazy weeks, I think I'll show off the point standings probably maybe the 3rd week or 4th week, if I can just divide everything evenly. I got new things coming in each of these next couple of videos. I'm going to try and do something new. This will close it off for this week's video. Stay tuned for week 3, and Homestead will be coming up just tomorrow, I want to say, probably for by the time this video gets uploaded. It'll probably be about Saturday or Sunday, and the Cup Series will just about be racing. I'll have to finish these videos a lot earlier, and they will be finished earlier next time, and they probably will not be as long. They will be shorter, I can promise you that. And I'll be closing this off here. Thank you.